Here we are, the video you never asked for, yet here it is. I have the review for City Skylines right here. Wait, no, I'm talking about Planet Coaster. Yeah, that's a much different game. Now, most of the people subscribed to me right now know me in real life. And if you know me in real life, there is about a 90% chance you don't play that much video games. And to you, I have to tell you, please, this is really getting awkward. I preferred it if you would just go. I am trying to talk to a new audience here. People who will actually give me a bunch of subscribers. Because right now I'm at 30 subscribers, and the people I know in real life haven't really been subscribing. Because like I know more than 30 people in real life, and like they just haven't subscribed. So I'm trying to reach out to a bigger and better subscriber base that's not crap. Alright, let's get with the actual review of Planet Coaster, the video game. Very interesting thing for me to talk about, but in order for me to do it justice, I have to start from the very beginning, the absolute beginning of this game. I'd say maybe a few hours after it launched. No, it was I think 3 days after it launched. That was when I first saw this game. Actually, let's skip a little bit. Skip a little ahead. So I bought the game, but during that time I bought the game, I was very, very stressed out. I had a big cross-country race coming up. It was the biggest one of my life, and the biggest, intense, scariest thing I would ever have to have done. And that was just freaking me out that entire week. I was stressed. Imagine the fear you feel when you're waiting in line for a big roller coaster. Now imagine that lasting an entire week. Now I was experiencing like that nervousness and anxiety for a really long time. You know, usually before a big race, I'd always feel that way. So I mean, I was a little used to it, but still, this is the biggest race of my life. So you know, it was extra bad. And that was when I bought this game. And when I returned to this game again, the music, it just brings nostalgic memories of just me being in terror and really being scared, just like as if I was on a roller coaster, hence the name Planet Coaster. So you know, I can relate. Another thing you may notice, if I decide to do this, if I don't, please unsubscribe right now. But the title of this video should be Planet Coaster Review Part 1, something like that. I am doing that because I plan to review this game over again, like review it again. Because right now, if you can't already tell, this review isn't very good. This is a whole new style of review for me, which I'm testing out, and it's very, very challenging. But you know, I'm trying it out, and in the future, I plan to be much better than this. You know, maybe if I have about 2,000 subscribers and everyone's donating $50 per video on Patreon, you know, I could spend a whole lot more time doing this. I'm doing what I'm doing right now, which is like, you know, stuttering and doing a bad job. But in the future, that won't happen because I will have done this for a really long time. Okay, the actual review is starting right now. This is a theme park creation game where you make yourself a nice theme park full of roller coasters and other crap you see in amusement parks, and you make your guests happy and maybe yourself happy if you like what you've made. I'm gonna talk about what I just said there in a little while. You wait and see. I'll fucking talk about that stupid piece of shit. Now when starting up this game, the first thing you'll see is this nice polished little opener video thing, which I don't know. It doesn't really make too much sense to me. I mean, he knocks you over and starts laughing, and then like, what's the point? It's not very charming. But all right, past the intro thing, get to the main title page, and it has a bunch of like this nice music. Like the game you're playing is the greatest game ever. I mean, I'll say this: the quality of the music is past the quality of the game. All right, this is the sort of stuff you hear in a really big movie, and it's put in this game. I'm not saying this game is bad at this moment. I'm just saying it's just a little too much, you know? It's just so whimsical and happy, and you know that's the first problem I have with this game. All right, I don't want to like really get into it too quickly right now, but everything is just too happy in this game. I know you're thinking, oh geez, here we go. You're such an unhappy, ungrateful little fuck. But you know, it's just too much. It's unrealistic. It just brings me out of the immersion. You know, no one walks around with smiles on their faces all the time like how everyone in this game does. So yeah, sure, I pay them. I change the settings and make it so they all get paid $2,000 like an hour or something. But you know, it shouldn't be this happy and like over the top with it. You know, it's ridiculous, and it just brings you out of it. When people are at amusement parks, you know, they're generally a little more happy than normal. But come on, look at this crap right here. What you're seeing on the screen, if I did this right, you're seeing hell, amusement park hell, and everyone is smiling and having the greatest time ever. No, this is awful. They shouldn't be smiling. When you start the game, first thing they'll probably do is load you into a scenario, and where you can see a nicely built map, everything great, and 4 frames per second to enjoy it. Because I mean, not that this game is badly optimized, but you know, it's just the initial settings are bad and gives a really bad first impression. You know, you get this bad taste in your mouth, just the low frames as soon as you join it. In the game, you should start off with high frame rate. Alright, if your game, like you first load it up and the frame rate is low, that just gives such a bad impression. You know, when a game starts with a high frame rate, you know, maybe at least 40 frames per second. Alright, my computers are never really very good, and on the lowest settings I usually get about 40 if I'm lucky. But like if it starts at least 40 frames per second when I first join the game, it's just the greatest thing ever. You know, I really enjoy it. And that's not what this game does. It starts you off with some high settings but low frames. You know, that's the wrong way to do it. Next, the detail. That's what everyone talks about when they talk about this game. You could put so much detail in everything, and the stuff they have already that they've put a lot of detail in. You know, just take a look at just how much you're able to do. You're basically any amusement park you see in real life, you might be able to recreate it here. Yeah, I'm serious. You have so much control over it. The thing is, it's still so much work. You know, I mean, what's the point in all these tools if it still takes a really long time to make whatever you want? Now that's something no one really talks about, because you know it's not really obvious. They'd have to admit they're kind of like lazy like me. No one wants to do that. Don't get me wrong, this game is definitely the best when it comes to building whatever you want and how you like it. The problem is it still suffers from that same thing that all the other amusement park games suffer, and it's that it's not worth your time to just spend all day making the best amusement park possible. You know, but this game does come very close to solving that with its blueprint system. Basically, you could download other people's creations from the Steam Workshop and put it into your own park. But you know, if you want to make something that looks nice, you're gonna have to put a lot of work into the park yourself. This game came close to solving that problem, but you know, not quite enough. I know, and it should take work to make something that looks nice, but it'd be nice if I didn't have to put that much work into making something that looks nice. I don't know a fix for this, and so it's not something I'm going to be holding against the game. Next problem, I like to do these reviews by talking about the problems. Alright, problems are so much more fun to talk about, because that's what you think of when you're playing this game. Everything that's wrong with it. When I play it for as many hours as I have here, after a while you just see all the problems. Anyways, the review again. It's the scenarios. The scenarios, it's not a problem with this game, more like games like this in general, I think. I don't play that many kind of tycoon games. I like them, but you know, I don't play too many. But the scenarios, I just can't care about them. I really try. I don't understand the appeal behind them. You know, you start in someone else's built world and you try to improve upon it, but you can never take pride over what you're in park as a whole, because someone else built most of it. And then whenever you try to build something, it's, you know, not as nice and sticks out. And even if you do build something as nice, you don't really have too much pride in it, because most of it's built by someone else. You know, I can't enjoy scenarios. They're quite awful. You know, So that's a whole section of the game cut out for me, and you know, that makes the overall value of the game less. The next section of the game, the whole career mode, where it's like a business. You actually have to pay for the things you place down. You have to charge people for admission into the park, and a whole bunch of other business decisions. The thing is, I don't know what it is about it. There's something missing. It's not very fun. But basically, what I do is just place down, you know, a new roller coaster attraction, put a bunch of detail around it, and all of a sudden, like, you know, it works fine. People will come, the business profits, and I could just spam that crap all over the park, and I'll do great. Maybe, I mean, I don't really know how to fix this problem. I don't play enough tycoon games to really know. So shoot, it's not a genius system they've got here. This game is meant for the sandbox mode, not the career mode. I wish the career mode was actually a lot of fun, but you know, it's not. This is a sandbox game. Now with the sandbox mode, the biggest problem is the thing I mentioned earlier. It just takes too long to do everything, and you know, most people are gonna say is, oh shoot, it's you're supposed to spend a long time, you know, that's how you get all the control you want. Yeah, well, the problem is, if I wanted the control I want to just build whatever I'd like to, I tried just use a 3D animation software. You know, I have 100% control over everything I do there. I'm gonna turn this review around right now and, you know, actually talk about something positive. I just had to get all that out of the way. It was just bothering. When you play sandbox, you're not really gonna create anything impressive. You put your stuff up on the Steam Workshop, no one's gonna care about it. It's garbage, basically, whatever you do. But to you, it's not really garbage. It looks nice. It's what you would want. It's how much work you're willing to put in for the satisfaction of the end result, which to you is nice, but to other people, it probably looks like crap, because, you know, they're used to better on the Steam Workshop from people who you know, are morons. What you're creating is nice, and you'll actually enjoy it, and suddenly all these features to create whatever you want, it becomes fun because you put in just enough detail and effort into everything that you do that's actually worth the time you put into making it. I wish I knew how to phrase that better. What are you gonna do? No one watches this video, and if you made it this far into the video, you know, chances are you don't even exist. One more thing about Planet Coaster, the crazy detailed features that you are given into this game, you're not going to be making things that really use them yourself. What you will be doing is downloading other people's work and viewing it for yourself there. If I knew what I was doing right now, on the screen you should be able to see something just absolutely crazy. The stuff that people will build is mind-blowing. There's this one Fallout roller coaster someone made. That's actually cooler and better than, you know, most stuff I see in real life. In video games, that's usually the case, you know. They can do whatever the hell they want and make stuff that's much cooler than real life. But in roller coaster games like this, not exactly when it comes to these dark rides, as this game calls it, where it's not about the speed or the twists and turns that you get in a roller coaster, but rather the kind of experience they could create from all the effects. Now here's the killer with this game. This game doesn't have a first-person, like, walk-around mode in it at all. And you know what? That would make this game so much better. When I was playing Zoo Tycoons 2, there's you could walk around in first person and, like, do tasks as a zookeeper. You know, and it really makes you feel like you've actually created a world in a game. While in Planet Coaster, it feels more like a nice-looking 3D engine. You made a model on a 3D animation software, which kind of like what this is right here. You know, you have tools that you'd see in a software like that. The way you move around or rotate objects, it's just like the animation software. But in Zoo Tycoons 2, the stuff you built, it felt like it was part of the game. Here, it doesn't feel like it belongs in the game. It just feels like a nice little piece of art you made. You made art that's so great. Well, wouldn't you rather play a video game? That first-person view, maybe first-person view with things that you can do to help the park. That would make it so much better, and it would change everything. Now, what I previously mentioned, those things really bother me, but there's one thing that always kills games for me. No matter how much I like it, this will just kill whatever game I play, and I'll just stop playing it because of it. And again, it may sound petty, but to me, this is what matters. How much coverage it gets on YouTube. When I play a game, I want to be able to watch other people play it, find out new things, and discover more ways to play it more efficiently. I don't want to play a game that no one else plays. That's the problem I had with Doom. Doom had a lot of stuff I liked in it. No one played it though. Everyone said it was such a great game, and they just ditched it. Those people suck. If you know a YouTuber did that, please unsubscribe from them and kill them, please. When I play a game, I want to be able to watch other people play it as well. And if that doesn't exist, I'm usually out of that. I usually stop playing that game. When you really look on YouTube, that it doesn't. People are making content for this game. They seem to really like it. That inspires me a lot. And there's lots of updates. This game actually has an active community, which I'm so surprised about because usually games like this, they don't have community this active and engaged, and that's key for video games, and it's very important for this kind of game where people can make amazing things and show it off. I spent so long just destroying this game, and that is basically why I still kind of like this game. People are making things all the time on YouTube, and it's really inspiring me to make stuff as well. And I kind of enjoy it because how's it going, guys who skipped to this part of the video because you're such a lazy bastard that you just skipped parts of it. You really suck. Those are likely the people I know in real life, and not the new audience I'm trying to create in this video. But you people I know in real life, I'm getting really tired of recording this review. It's over. My score, I'm so sorry about this ending. I'm really sorry. I plan to make a whole lot more kind of video game content on this channel, and if you know me in real life, it's probably a little awkward. None of you guys really play games that often. You really don't. You may say you do, but whenever I say, hey, have you played this game? You say, I don't play that piece of shit fucking game. Well, what's wrong with you? If you don't play games that much. The most you know is, let me think. You probably only play Overwatch and crap. I'm sick of that game. Although I will do a review on it, but it's not going to be serious because I don't give a shit about that game. That game is not a game I care about. The review will be long.